Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at why your website isn't ranking on Google. There's always a reason, and most of the time it's hidden SEO issues that you didn't even know exist, such as broken links, missing meta tags, slow pages, stupid content. These problems can silently hurt your rankings and stop your website from ranking on Google and also other search engines like Bing and stuff. So let's go ahead now and jump in and take a look at what possibly could be causing the problems for your website to not rank. So there are many factors to why your website might not be ranking. So the things that I'm going to show you in this video, it could also be other issues such as backlinks and authority and stuff. But let's just take a look at the main structure and stuff of your website in this video. And if you want to see more and stuff, subscribe, and I will be doing other videos to cover these things. So the first thing I'm going to do is just copy my website out there. And I'm then going to go onto a website called DebugBear.com, and I'm going to paste in the URL. So you now have two options to choose from, mobile or desktop. So let's just go ahead and leave it on mobile, that's fine, and go start test. Now this is going to go through the home page there, and it's going to give us a bit of information what's going on. And while we're running that test, we can then also jump onto page speed insights, and you will actually want to do this after this test is finished, so you ain't got two scans or whatever running at the same time. But because I'm just showing you a video here, I don't mind it running multiple scans at the same time. So, because I don't need 100% accurate data. As you can see, it's still scanning there. So we've also got the Google page speed test. I will pop all the links in the description below as well. So now we've got those two scans running, we also want to check the structure of the website. Now the best way to do this is using a tool like a crawling tool, and I've actually started developing one called Crawl Rhino SEO Crawler. So as you can see, I'm on the pro version, which is currently heavily discounted as the program is still in beta, and I've got a lot more things that I want to add and obviously bugs and stuff to fix. So if you do want to get the pro version, now is a good time, and you can check out the program by using one of the links in the description below. So I'll put in computer sluggish. Let's just do a search depth of 0. That's fine, and then just go start. So it's only going to crawl that one page, and straight away on Crawl Rhino, you can see we've got the URL here, so we've got the home page, and you can see we've got status. You can actually see it all below as well here, just to make life a little bit easier. But so you can see there, meta description. So when it comes to Google deciding if it should rank you more than a competitor or something, if you don't have a meta description, then this could also cause some issues with you not ranking. So always make sure you add a meta. You also want to ensure that you have a nice descriptive title for the page that you're trying to rank. So this is my home page, so home is fine, but let's just say I was offering, I don't know, website design, then I would want to put on there computer sluggish offering website design locally, or locally in your area. So you would put the actual area that you want to do it. So I would put UK or something, or even better, you could do your actual area, and then you would potentially hopefully rank for that because there'd be less competition. So at the top here you can see the page's index. So that's always a good sign. That means that Google can index that page. What sometimes can happen is you could have a no index on your pages, and then that could also be why you're not showing up on Google or you're having ranking issues. So broken links, there aren't any. Block pages, 0, so that's all fine. And the average time there, you can see the connection, the test on the website is pretty responsive, obviously from my computer. We've then got the content length, so you always want to make sure you do have a decent amount of content length, and then you've got the page size and word count. So this is all fine. You can see there we got blocked by robots, no, so there is no blocks there as well. Let's go ahead now and go to my web browser. And I did actually just quickly notice you can also see the H1 tag there. So you got supercharge your PC with powerful free and pro software, which is obviously what I have on the computersluggish.com. Crawl Rhino, it is on a separate domain, so crawlrhino.com, but it does all fall under computer sluggish because obviously I'm the one that's developed this program. Now let's go on to the web browser for a second and take a look at what Google's found. So you can see here we've got performance and stuff. So basically you want to make sure that this is all, well, a decent number. If it's red, then that's going to cause some problems. So as you can see, mine is on 85. So potentially this wouldn't cause ranking issues on Google, but green would be much better. We can then go on to desktop and you can see there I've got 97, which is, perfect. If you go down, you've got accessibility, which you always want to make sure is green, preferably, and then best practices, that's fine, but you do actually have an option here, which this video is about, which is the SEO. So as you can see, which we just discovered in Crawl Rhino, my web page doesn't have a meta description, so I would want to add a meta description, which could help bump that up. We've also got links missing, descriptive links, so again, that could really help. And also it's a good way, like the meta description and stuff, to focus on the keywords that you want on that page. So keywords, what you want the website or web page to show up for, so you can then target those in the meta and stuff. If we go back to DebugBear, and you can see here the results. So you can see here we got the website, we got the load, and basically we want to make sure the website loads nice and quick. The faster your website loads, then the better chances you have of showing up further in the Google results. So you can even press play here and see a video recording of just how quick DebugBear was able to load your web page on mobile or desktop, depending on what option you chose. So below again, we've got obviously a few things we want to look at, the recommendations. You can then easily expand these, and like I've said in a previous video, there's not a lot you can do if you are running ads and stuff on your website. They just unfortunately do cause a load on your website, which is kind of out of your hands. If you didn't want to have the ads on every page, then you could block them from showing on certain pages, and then those pages would load a lot quicker. Like, for example, you don't need adverts shown on a contact us page or an about us page. It's more your posts and stuff that you'd want the adverts shown on. If we scroll down again, so you've got more information here, and that's about it when it comes to DebugBear. It just basically just lets you have a little bit of an overview of what's going on your website. Straight away, I can again see the size and stuff here for the images and that. Something else you're going to want to do, so when you're looking at, say, a website, so if I was to inspect, depending on how you built your website, if you use WordPress or something, you want to ensure the structure of the page is correct as well. So at the top here, I've got H1. Then it goes to H2. You wouldn't want to, at the top, have, for example, as your very first title for the website, you wouldn't want it to be H5. You work from H1 upwards. So you'd have H1, then you could have a paragraph, H2, or so here I've got paragraph, I've just got text. I wouldn't have that as a heading. So this just gives Google an idea, and any other search engines, on the structure of the website. It just helps it read it a lot more clear. You can also see when I'm hovering over here, you can see down in the inspector in the bottom that it's got like H3 and stuff like that. So you can see the structure is all pretty good. If we now go back to Crawl Rhino and then you go on to full SEO, you can also see here what's like missing and stuff like that on the website. Again, like I said, the program is in beta and I will be making all this a lot better and redoing things and stuff, but for now it really does give you a good oversight on what's happening on your website. You can also see all this information here as well if you enable the page rendering. So yeah, when it comes to basically trying to rank on Google, you need to ensure that your website doesn't have any errors and stuff as well. So for example, 404 errors, if you keep encountering server issues and stuff with your website, Google's going to detect them eventually, and that's going to also make you not rank as well. So ensure that you do fix all these little problems to help with those rankings. So again, if we go back to Crawl Rhino, you can actually also see if there's duplicate titles. So along the top here, if I go along, you've got duplicate title and duplicate meta. So if you do have duplicate titles or meta on your website, duplicate posts and stuff like that, that can also hurt your SEO. So you're definitely going to want to ensure that this is all okay. Obviously, I only scanned the one page, which is why it's saying it's all fine, but well, it should say it's fine anyway. I wouldn't have duplicate titles and stuff anyway. But if it was going to detect it, then it would pop up here. You're also going to want to ensure that the images on your website aren't too large. So large images can cause a massive problem. So for example, if I click here on image data, you can see the sizes for these images are pretty reasonable, apart from this one here, for example, 220 KB. So that could potentially be reduced. I could change that to WebP or something, or maybe decrease the dimensions as it's 1200 by 650. So again, compressing images and stuff and reducing the size of the image can really help improve SEO and stuff on your website, which can then hopefully make you get found on Google. So you're going to want to look into your images and make sure you've just not uploaded an image that's like, say, 5 meg. Because if you've got 5 photos on your web page and they're all 5 meg each, not only is that going to take a long time for someone to go on your website and view that page if they've got a slow internet connection, Google's also going to see that users are taking a long time to load up that page, which could then obviously make Google decide, actually, I'm going to put you below this website because their webpage, who's offering kind of the similar content as you, loads within half the time. So that's pretty much it when it comes to SEO. On the right hand side here, you can see I've got SEO stats, which gives you a bit more information and overview again. But for this video, that's about it when it comes to the SEO. There is obviously hundreds of things you can do when it comes to optimizing and getting yourself to place a lot higher on Google. Like I kind of said at the start, there's also authority and backlinks and stuff like that. And you do have websites where you can check these things like Moz and stuff, and then you can put in your domain and see just how high of an authority and stuff you have. But for now, I'm going to leave it at that. If you do want to see more SEO videos though and stuff, then don't forget to subscribe, as I will be doing a lot more of these. And for now, I will see you in the next video.